Bates, Ron Hamp, Flight White, back at it. Man, chilling, man. The last time we had an orange president, now we got a new one. It took forever, but
yeah. It's a
we
new
here.
day. Definitely a new day.
Yeah, so I ain't too political, but I'm just happy to see some type of change because dude was wilding, so he had to get the boot. So
big wilding.
Right. So we're gonna go into it. We said we weren't gonna talk about the NBA, but I won't call it breaking news, but like rumors floating around that CP3 might get traded to Phoenix. What you think about that?
CP3 to Phoenix. That's not a bad. But who OKC getting?
Not OKC, Phoenix. Oh my bad, I'm tripping. I don't know. See, that's the thing. Like if they get rid of Oubre and some young talent, that might be a problem. But
the thing about Phoenix is they was starting to come along a little bit at the, you know what I'm saying, especially in the bubble and stuff. They starting to get their legs, you know what I'm saying, learning. In the NBA it's about roles, really. You know what I'm saying? Dudes learning their roles and flourishing in their roles. You got guys that really know how to play their role. You got guys like Bridges who are young. Because you got Book who's gonna be your scorer. You got Kelly Oubre who's gonna be a scorer and like a secondary scorer and a defender and an energy dude. You got the big fella Abe down there. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of dudes. You got the kid Carter come on the bench playing crazy defense. You got dudes that play their roles well. Saric. So you don't really want. I don't know if you want to mess with that chemistry, especially with them young dudes trying to come into their own, but also CP3 with that veteran leadership too. And maybe you don't have D-Book so much on the ball either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get off the ball a little bit and come off some screens, go create stuff like that, and make it easy.
Yeah, I think it's good for Phoenix. But on the other end, CP3 is like, is it basketball hell or is it? It's a fresh start for him again, but it's like at that stage of his career, is that what he wants? Is that was needed at the time?
As far as winning goes, yeah, it's tough for him because I'm sure he wants to go somewhere where he can win. Either win or be in a stage of his career where he can enjoy his life. So even if he ain't winning, I thought he said he wanted to go to New York. So to live in New York his last couple of years and just enjoy life, because that stuff matters to players too. You know what I'm saying? To be able to go to a nice ass restaurant after you finish playing and enjoy the life that you live in. And I know in OKC probably couldn't do that at all. But none of that OKC. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix is a much better city than OKC as far as just living. But as far as the basketball is concerned, as far as just winning, it depends on what his goal, his ultimate goal is. I don't know. I can't speak on what I think his goal. I know he wants to win a championship before he leaves, but it's hard. Those is hard to come by.
Right. Like you said, his stage of career, he want to win the ring, but Phoenix, they got a lot of building blocks. But even if he get traded there, if they lose some of those pieces, it's like a bad situation for him.
Only way he can go there without losing some pieces is if they've given up draft picks. And I think they've become better with the draft picks. I think they did a good job with the picks that they've been getting. So I don't think that's I think James Jones is he's been doing a good job so far since he's been there. So I don't think but I thought he was a free agent though too. But I don't know. But you have to give up something to get CP3 even at this stage of his career. So it's tough.
Right. So we on Euro step to NBA, but we're gonna stay in basketball. It's a big week for high school basketball this week.
Oh man,
Chet Holmgren, Emoni Bates, Bronny played, Mikey Williams played too. A lot of top guys is playing, and you can relate being the top high school prospect, the pressure. I just feel like it's always unfair that Emoni Bates get called KD or they get viewed as these once in a generation prospects, but it's they can never do enough to be a Bron or be a KD to live up to the hype.
It's a double-edged sword because when I came up, definitely wasn't like that. games on ESPN and all that kind of stuff, no matter what the matches. I don't think they started doing that to like Braun, you know what I'm saying? But it's a double-edged sword because you got these kids that are great players, but they get all this attention, crazy amount of followers and all this stuff. The good with that is you get your name out there. People know who you are before you even get to college. Build your buzz up, build your brand up if you know what you're doing. And when you get to the show, you already have that following, so you can market that to something, whatever you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? You think about like a Zion coming out of high school, coming out of Duke, and already he got a big contract already just because of who he is. Before he even got to Duke, people was he had that in the bag. So that's the part of it. But like you said, that pressure. That's gonna be part of it anyway, man. Like we had the same pressure, man. Like just the pressure alone, knowing you have to go every time you have to step on the floor, you got to go against another top guy, and that guy trying to get your spot.
Yeah,
it's always crazy. Like it's always crazy to me. So, they're gonna have to deal with the pressure anyway. It's just crazier. It's like the social media just got it on a whole nother scope.
Right, and like Emoni, he been like the man since he stepped foot in high school. So it's like Chet a little different. He kind of blew up. I think last summer, the summer before last, and then now he's like top. I think he's top player in his class.
Yeah, he's number one. I seen him play. He's a guy that's gonna be. He's always gonna be him. It's like no matter what. It's like some players you might see him one day and be like, man, this guy. I don't know why he's ranked like this, but the way he plays and his skill set and what he does, he's always going. You see him be like, okay, I understand because he's 7'1". He's long. He's always gonna block shots, especially at that level. He's always gonna be able to rebound, and he has a good basketball IQ. He can shoot the ball. He pretty much can do everything. He's got to get stronger. That's gonna come with age. You know what I'm saying? But to me, he's always he has a crazy upside because once he gets stronger, once he gets like his footwork and all that stuff catch up to his height and all that stuff, he's gonna be crazy because he got the intangibles already. He got crazy timing on the shot blocks and already shoot the ball. He got crazy. He already can move crazy well for a guy 7'1". So he's super nice, and we already know the other kid is just. He do everything. He's so skilled.
He out of this world.
It's crazy. It hasn't been too many guys in his age that was that skilled. Only guy I think of that was like skill that got by on like skill was like my class was DeJuan Wagner. DeJuan Wagner was in high school. He wasn't like super tall or crazy athletic, but he was so skilled for his age. Step back then, people wasn't doing step backs and stuff like that. Step backs, kids can't even shoot. Like my 7-year-old, he cannot shoot a jump shot going right without doing a step back. He can't do it. Like these kids, that's all they want to do. So it's like, he was doing stuff like that back then, and like just get to triple threat and get into a spot, like 1-2 dribbles, get to where he wants to. He was so strong. He was crazy strong, hitting dudes, getting where he wanted to. He was just he's beating guys with skill, rather than like a guy like myself. I was getting by with just pure athleticism. I had some skill too, but it was mostly athleticism. But him, pure skill.
Yeah, his like you say, like Emoni, man, he could dribble, he could score 3 levels. Just to be so young. Is he about 6'9"?
Yeah, he
6'9", 6'10".
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like if you tall and skinny and you got some handle and can shoot it, they automatically calling you KD.
Right.
So it's like an unfair comparison. I don't necessarily think he's KD like. He got the frame like KD, but I just call him Emoni. I don't want to compare him to nobody else right now.
Yeah, I see. He a little different to me because he handles the ball a little bit more and a little better at that age because KD still of course KD got handled, but his is all a setup. So he'll rock you, hezzy pull. If you don't go for the hezzy, he gone, get you where he want. He gets you. You know what I'm saying? His handles is to get to spots like he get into traffic, running pick and rolls. He more of like a pure guard. He more of a guard type of guy than KD is. But like his potential is crazy too because his shot ain't gonna do nothing but get better. He's gonna get stronger. He's gonna learn more. He's gonna understand the game even more. So man, this guy's the number for him too.
So he's committed to Michigan State, and I know he in Ypsilanti. He right down the road from East Lansing, probably like an hour and a half. But you think he gonna step foot on campus at all?
Man, it's crazy. I don't know, man. Like the way this COVID stuff is going and all this crazy stuff, who knows what shape the NCAA is going to be in by the time he gets to college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. And then you see so many dudes these days, like the G League. Sorry. Now they got the team where the select team where they got about 6-7 guys that's coming from high school that are elite players that's going straight to the G League and they come on the same team. I mean, you got that option now, and them dudes making. It's a couple guys making 500,000, 350. You know what I'm saying? In G League, so it's like it's a lot of options, and that's good. That's a good thing, though. It's a good thing to have options, man. To have more options, and then that'll weed some of the players out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who can really go, who can't. But I mean, for him, either way it go. For me, if I was him. Depending on what position if he's trying to play point guard and like really learn the game, I would go to Europe. Because you really learn. It's such a different game. And if you can compete at a high level and be great over there, with his skill set, he would be great. Then that'll transfer right over to the NBA, playing the pick and rolls, because the NBA is not really pick and rolls anyway.
Right.
That'll transfer right over. Look at a dude like Luka Doncic. He played over as a young guy, playing over at a high level in Spain, biggest team. He won an MVP of the Euro League. That's crazy. You don't even understand how crazy that really is. I can't explain to people like how crazy that is. Like, see, because like people always be like, man, you playing Europe or whatever. Europe is so much harder than the NBA. It's not even funny. Like I'm not talking about just the living. I'm talking about like scoring the ball and stuff like that. It's way harder. The defense is set up for you, especially Americans, for you not to score. It's like it's set up. People are sitting there. It's harder to score in the EuroLeague. It's harder to flourish and be great in EuroLeague than it is to be if you have that skill set to be a great scorer and stuff in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So if you just look at how he was doing it back then, he's like, damn. That's crazy at his age how he was doing it. So that just showed me when he was coming out, people was like, "Yeah, man, we don't know about like." Oh, this nigga could be number one. I don't know what we talking about.
I wasn't so because I was just like, man. I was like, man, he Christian Dreyer 2.0. Then I was like, nah, I'm joking. But
my man Christian Dreyer was with me at Florida. One of the reasons I transferred from Florida. Christian Dreyer was nice though. Don't sleep on Christian Dreyer. Played against him in Bologna too when he was playing professional. But nah, it's a different. And then he was so young too.
Yeah.
That's another thing. He's young doing that, and it's not like he's basing it off athleticism.
No, he's all skill.
No, he's getting a basket off skill alone, but he had enough athleticism. You know what I'm saying? That was a difference. Like in Europe, if you're skilled and athletic, man, it's lights out. You usually see dudes like that or like point guards, like elite point guards from America, dudes that are killing like that.
Because he's like the pace he play is like he been playing pro for so long. Like he control the pace. Like he never rattled. Like he ain't rushed. Like even when he hit the game winner against the Clippers, it was just like he about to call a game because he just in his element. Like I'm in my bag. I'm in my mode. Like it's my pace, not yours. You can't speed me up.
And speed them up. Those are things you learn over there, though. That's what I'm saying. Like pace, like just all that stuff is the stuff you learn over there. A lot of the stuff that they're doing now, I see so many plays that they're running now in the NBA that they've been doing in Europe for years. Like just the way they're playing, like pick and roll, people coming off the pick and roll right, guys floating up to the right, throwing it back. They wasn't doing that some years ago. They're starting to, all that stuff in Europe starting to come over here now. And like he's been built for that. He's been doing it for years, like since he was a kid. So he fits right in. The game for him is perfect. That pick and roll game is perfect. Then you switch over there and you switch in and stuff. Now they do a lot of switching in the NBA. You put a big on him, he's gonna beat him. He gonna take him one right, switch between the legs, step back, whatever you want to do. So it's like, 2 years.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. I was like, it took me a while, but it's just like this dude's so cold. It's just like you can't deny it. Like he check all the boxes. He can do everything. Like his triple doubles aren't like fabricated or he like it's legit. Like he dishing off. He he doing everything. Going to the bucket, hitting floaters, setting up
And he's gonna be like
KP.
this for years because even when his athleticism diminishes, he's still gonna be skilled, and he's just gonna get better once he like when you play in the NBA, you know exactly where you can score, exactly where to go. You play enough games, you know exactly when you're gonna get it, when to do this, when to do that, when you're gonna get a call, how to draw fouls. You just get better and better. Like people are manipulating the game now. Like James Harden, he knows exactly when he's gonna get fouled. Like he trying to manipulate the game in his favor. That's why he's so good. Like it's hard to guard. It's impossible to guard him because he knows how to manipulate the game. You know what I'm saying? So he'll get better.
And then with Luka, like he don't even have that respect from the refs yet. So once he get in like year 4 or 5, it's gonna be tough. He's gonna be averaging 35, and I mean maybe not 35, but
think about James Harden is that he don't. Those refs don't even want to call those fouls.
No, they got to.
But they have to call the fouls.
Yes.
They be real, like 80% of the time, you know, it's be real fouls. Like he knows how to do stuff. Like he'll go one way and he'll swoop the ball. If you're guarding him like this, he'll drive. He'll swoop his arms in there, get your arm tangled up. That's a foul.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna shoot that jumper, and he know you're gonna land on him. He know he gonna get you to jump, and he gonna shoot it in a way that you have to foul him. No, he knows how to. He just knows how to playing so long and being in the league and having the rock in your hand. Like he knows how to manipulate the game. People don't like it, but that's smart. He's a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's a genius, and he one of my favorite players to watch. But it's just so funny to see people that try to guard him. Like Lonzo Ball do a pretty good job, but it's like nobody can guard James Harden. Nobody.
Out of all the people I had to guard, he was the hardest because because the way I play defense, I use my hands a lot. So the way I play defense, it's hard to guard him because he knows how to draw. I think I got like 2 or 3 fouls on him like immediately. Him just driving, but couldn't get my hand caught in there. Like he's so smart. You know what I'm saying? And dudes like that can shoot the ball, they're the hardest dude to guard because you can't take away. Like I like to take away something. You know what I'm saying? I can't. It's nothing I can really take away. You know what I'm saying from Harden.
Right.
So he's a tough dude to guard.
And he's a lefty, so that's another obstacle to go around. So enough of basketball. Go to football. The football realm. Let's go college football. We witnessed a good matchup between your young boy Notre Dame and Clemson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Young Kyle Hamilton out there making it happen for Notre Dame.
Yeah, he made some plays, man. He was all over the field, man. Wish he had more help on defense, but we talked about it.
Hey, man, listen. I ain't gonna talk about that. We got the dub, so you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, that was a crazy game. I don't know how different would have been with Lawrence. I think he would have been a bigger threat running the ball and stuff like that. But that was a good. I mean, they're gonna have to run it back in the championship for sure. So we'll see. But yeah, man, I think they both deserve to be in that top 4 right now.
That's gonna be scary because they might mess around and play like 3 times. If depending on how they lose. Like if they lose, if the ACC championship game is like come down to the wire like the last game, the playoff committee gonna be like, we run it back again.
Clemson win, they gonna put them as they're gonna be like 3-4.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like 3-4, and that's gonna probably be Alabama and Ohio State, and that's gonna be crazy. But I mean, so if those are the best 4 teams, the best 4 teams. They looking like the best 4 teams right now. Honestly, they look like the best 4 teams. I mean, Notre Dame, they surprised me with how good they played on offense. They're usually not that good on offense, but they played real good on. The quarterback showed out. He showed out for sure. They got a good tight end. They got a good big receiver, and their running back, of course, is super nice. They got a super nice running back.
He was killing.
Yeah, man. If they can continue to score the ball, because the defense is elite. They can continue to score the ball. They're a problem.
Yeah, it ain't the same Notre Dame that we was used to seeing when Brian Kelly had these last few years. They always been good in the trenches, but like you said, they're skill guys. They got a solid quarterback, and they got Baby Gronk.
Yeah, I can tell.
Tight end. I mean, he was just steamrolling.
He's nice. I mean, as long as that quarterback continued to make the right plays, they got a chance because he was just making the right plays, running when he had to run, getting out the pocket, finding guys. And you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna get their turnovers because their defense is gonna make it happen. So their offense has got to show up. And if they do that, they can make some noise in the playoffs. They can make some noise.
They might.
I can see them beating Alabama for sure.
Yeah, now that Jalen Waddle gone, I mean that threat is gone. Like they got skill guys. They got Najee Harris and of course Mac Jones, who's gonna be up for Heisman. But that when Jalen Waddle not out there, it's like the boogeyman is gone. So it's like you ain't so.
It puts more pressure on the other. It puts more pressure on the other elite wide receiver, for sure. You know, he kills because Waddle. I mean, he's elite now. He don't kill because Waddle, but that helps him a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you can run some doubles on that side. But it's Alabama, so they always got another dude waiting in the wing. I'm sure some dude we ain't know about probably stepping right in and making plays. So. Yeah, I mean, Ohio State looking crazy. You know, they looking good, and their receiving core is crazy with the elite quarterback. So I know you're happy about that. Calm down. You're supposed to smiling.
Yeah, man. But what scares me about Ohio State is the running game. Like Master Teague, man, he be running like he got on lug boots. So he just be out. He be out there like the hole is there. Like he got the best interior line. The hole is there, and he'll just like he don't tiptoe. I don't know if he's like overthinking it, but it's just like he's still young.
Yeah,
capacity, but
he'll learn. He'll just like when you playing in the NBA. Well, not even playing NBA, but when you hooping, as you get older, the game slows down for you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm sure. You know, right now the game probably fast as hell. It probably look like the hole is there and it's closed like that sometimes. Right. You know what I'm saying? But when you get older and you get them more reps, you just probably slow down and you just see everything. You probably can just see everything. I mean, I know it's hard to be a running back, at that level. Yeah. So young. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he'll figure it out.
Yeah, we got some people behind him. Hopefully DeMario McCall gets some touches, but I just be Trey Sermon. But it's just like we've been so spoiled with, running back galore. So it's just kind of like we got to be more patient with him. So but they gonna be all right. So we'll see. But go to our alma mater.
Yes, sir.
Cincinnati. So I know. Are we gonna be on the outside looking in, or is it gonna be? Yeah,
it's looking like it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be like the UCF. That 1 year UCF was undefeated.
Right.
It was nice. Everybody was riding their wave, and it was like, but they didn't get into the playoffs. It's gonna be that type of situation because they're just not gonna have the strength of schedule, bro. They just ain't gonna have. The conference not gonna allow them to like. Usually, like Houston be all right, and like this and be some all right teams, but they just don't have the schedule, man. They ain't gonna have the schedule to play. And with the stuff that's going on now, they don't have they can't play them outside teams like that. So it's going to be tough for them, man. But I mean, all they can do is continue to win. Trounce a couple teams, maybe point differential will do something for them. But they look good though, man. It's probably the best Bearcat team ever.
Yeah, maybe close.
I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. My alma mater, but I don't follow them like that. I mean, I don't remember no team. I definitely don't remember them ever being in the top 10.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think maybe 09 with Tony Pike and them, but I don't know.
I remember Tony Pike though. Tony Pike was a problem.
Yeah, he could throw that thing.
They had the good Trent Cole out there. Caused problems. You know what I'm saying? They had a crazy defense, but I don't remember them being like in the top 10 or nothing like that.
Right.
I just never remember that. This is the best chance they've ever had to be an elite program. But this is good though because they've always wanted to be on that level as far as football goes. They always wanted to be that.
Right.
They never be a basketball school like that. Even though it's always going to be looked at like a basketball school.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the money's where the football is at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? The tension, all that stuff goes to the football. So they always wanted to be a football school. That was part of the reason Hugs got fired back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm still pissed over that.
That president came in from Ohio State.
Nancy Zinfer.
She came in and was like, I'm trying to make this a football school. This is the goal. And she just made a whole bunch of changes. And that was one of the craziest changes anybody could ever make.
So dumb.
Yeah, so that's the deal, man. They trying to make it a football school. They always have been. And I mean, they got a good chance to get some. They made a good point the other day, though. They was talking about how Ohio State is becoming such a powerhouse that they don't just get the Ohio kids no more. They're getting kids from all over the country. Right. And that's leaving a lot of those Ohio guys to go to these other schools. Yep. And they trickling down to Cincinnati and places like that. And I'm saying they got a lot of Ohio kids, like top Ohio kids now because of that.
Yep. And Coach Fickle, man, he great at recruiting. Like, he a recruiting wizard. So it's just like they're gonna continue to get better. Like, I think my hope is that if UC don't get into the playoff, they go play BYU in like a big bowl game, win that bowl game, and you set the table for the next year. Because they don't have nobody like leaving early. So
that
make the next year.
If they can land and like say they don't make the top 4, but if they can land and finish the season and start next season top 5.
Oh yeah.
You know them to lose.
Yeah.
You right there. That's how you get it going. Then you get it going from there and just keep on. Then you can say, look, we top 5 in the country.
Yep.
We can bring these up. Now we recruit kids from Florida. We recruiting kids from Texas. We getting kids from all over the place. I mean, like you said, the coach is doing an excellent job of recruiting, and that's where it all starts. You just got to get them kids in. Once you bring them kids in, you can change the whole program around.
Right, it's a wrap. And I was telling somebody that, it's been a lot of talk with Jim Harbaugh probably get fired from Michigan. So they're like, well, with Fickle's background at Ohio State, would he take the job at Michigan? Well, my thing is like, I think Cincinnati might be a better job than Michigan based off of expectations, the realistic expectations. Because as soon as you said,
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Cincinnati can't play with Michigan.
No, they can't. They can't pay
it's
that.
A whole different ball. We talking about a whole. You know that.
I know. I'm speaking. I'm trying to be biased, but
when you're thinking about like the programs as far as what they're doing, Cincinnati right now there ain't no difference. Like Cincinnati is a little higher.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things,
that's kind of like when Brian Kelly left Cincinnati. It was like, I love UC. I like Clifton. I might like Skyline. Might even like some Grippos. But I'm going to go to South Bend because they about to give me a bag. So,
think about all the coaches that have come through Cincinnati as far as football goes.
Yeah.
It's been some legendary coaches that came through there as like that's their stop. Like, that's their their catapult school to go to the next school, man. Like, maybe that's what it is. Because you ask that coach, Michigan is a dream job.
Yeah, right.
Michigan is like I'll say Kentucky. I say Michigan is like Syracuse, NCAA basketball.
Yeah.
Arizona, stuff like that. It's like UCLA.
Yeah.
They got the crazy history.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't really win. They haven't won lately. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a dream job to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of program you dream about going to. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be. I can't even be mad at him if he took that job.
No, I would based off the money alone. But it's just like, man, like as soon as you set foot in that mug, like Jim Harbaugh, you're gonna be expected to win a national championship. Out recruit everybody. You're right.
What does Spider-Man say, man? With great power comes great expectations.
Yeah.
Like it's part of it, bro. That's like part of what you. I mean, look at LeBron, bro. Like he has so much on his shoulders, man. Like if you giving that, if this is what you are, you're gonna get that. Some people can't handle it, but I think he'll be able to handle it. Hopefully he stay there and build Cincinnati. Because think about all them coaches. What is that? Like a Brian Kelly. What was the other kid that Chip Kelly? What about the dude from Michigan State?
D'Antonio?
It makes me think of all them dudes that they would have stayed there and kept it like just kept plugging away there. Man, it'd probably already be a powerhouse.
Yeah, for sure. And then it put pressure on the university to put you in a bigger conference like the ACC or the Big 12.
I don't know what's going on with that conference right now. I don't know what that's.
Money, like you always say, is money.
But he went from Conference USA when I was there, to the Big East.
Yeah,
that's not great. That's not great for football like that. You could have tried to slide into the ACC or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. The American Conference is so trash. I'm just like, man, they play Eastern Carolina. Like, I'm not trying to see them play.
It's solid for basketball.
Yeah, basketball, cool.
It's definitely trash. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, basketball is not the sport that bring the money in.
Yeah.
Like football is a sport. So when you thinking about going to a conference, you thinking football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's see.
That's true. So, football, we will move to the NFL. We ain't gonna talk about Dallas or my week 49ers. Ain't no point. Ain't no point.
We had a chance.
But Buccaneers, what you think about AB teaming up with Tom Brady down there?
It's like I don't say bittersweet's not the word. It's like might be subtraction by addition. One of them situations I talk about sometime. Another dude like that need the ball that you got a relationship with.
Yeah.
Might mess up your chemistry when you got Mike Evans, Godwin over there, Gronkowski, a legit running game. Like, and now you got one more dude you got to look at.
Right.
It might be messed up, but I'm like, he's a fool. He be tripping, but I'm lightweight happy for him to get his opportunity to play. Hopefully he can stay on the straight and narrow and, get his life and stuff together so he can show out because he's got the crazy talent, one of the best receivers out there. Right. So, like, dudes like that, I'm checking the stats because I want to see him kill. Like, I want to see him kill. I'm rooting for him. I want him to kill. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully he killed, but I didn't look good the other night.
Man, they got whooped. And that's like you said, like, he had more targets that night than Mike Evans. It's kind of like, oh, damn, here we go. Mike Evans had two targets.
You would hope dudes would be like, man, I just want to win. But that's not how it works when you get to the pros. But, like, that sounds good in college. But, like, in the pros, when everything is incentive-based, and we talking about money again, you know what I'm saying? If you get to the Pro Bowl, you probably get an extra $4 million. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want this, especially receivers. Yeah. You ain't no damn good if you ain't catching no footballs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I understand it. So it's tough, man. But, hopefully they can figure it out. Tom Brady, one of the greatest of all times. He can figure a way to divvy these footballs up to everybody.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that open man thing gonna work with him. I just don't think it's gonna work. But it's hard to say. Like, I know they're gonna go back and forth with the Saints to win the division. But I think it's just a matter of Drew Brees, whose arm gonna be able to hold up, because they both old as hell. So they got weapons, and Mike Thomas back in New Orleans, but they riding Kamara to the wheels fall off. So like,
I don't like New Orleans, man. I don't
like that, but between them two in the division, I can't really put nobody else.
Every time I see them play, it's like I'm not really feeling them. Like, I don't know something about them. Like, I don't like the way I seen them play terrible. I seen them play this game. I also seen them like Drew Brees just dinking and dunking, trying to dink and dunk all the way down the field. Also, Mike Thomas wasn't there though too. But yeah, I ain't on the Saints like that. I just think they got Tampa Bay's number. They just got their number.
True. What I'm saying? So if I had to roll with somebody, I'm gonna go with the Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
in the East, in the East.
Not in the NFC.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking NFC. NFC. Yeah. Or Seahawks.
Yeah, them the only two really.
Yeah, or the Seahawks.
And the Tampa Bay's defense is elite, but it's just a matter of what offense you're gonna get.
This is matchups. It's like everything. It's matchups. I mean, I like the Vikings starting to come on a little bit. I don't trust Kirk Cousins.
Never.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, NFC East is complete trash. I'm trying to think. It come down to the Saints, Tampa Bay, Seattle, and what's the other? Green Bay.
Yep.
That's gonna be the four. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So staying with football in a way, kind of. Oh man, Wale dropped a banger today.
Yes.
Lions, Bengals, and Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I probably played it like 100 times a day. I ain't gonna lie.
You said what?
I probably played it like 100 times a day. No lie.
I was late to the party. I only got to listen to it once, but as soon as I looked at what it was about, I was like, he the GOAT when it comes to the sports bars. For sure. He the GOAT. The reason he's the GOAT because he's really into sports, but like he played.
Right.
I don't know if you noticed, me and him played the same Little League team back in the day.
Okay.
So both played football for a Little League team, the Firebirds, back in the day. And yeah, man, so he's big into sports, big into wrestling, big into all that stuff. So he knows he knows what he's talking about too. Like he's spitting bars, but it's like he knows what he's talking about. Like a lot of dudes be talking, but they don't really understand. Like he understands the ins and outs of sports. So he gets it. You know what I'm saying?
Everything. So, certain rappers, they'll name drop the popular names, Bron, Jordan, AI. Like while they talk about Gus Farrat,
right.
Rod Taylor, like David Bowie.
But he a Redskin fan, so that probably he ain't never gonna forget that one.
He got PTSD.
He never forget that Gus Farrat. Yeah.
But like you said, he the GOAT when it come to putting references to sports and music. Like I'm always on edge when I'm listening to Wale because I'm like, I know he's gonna say something or talk about somebody. Like who is it? Like today,
I like when he throw the wrestling bars in there too.
Oh yeah,
I like when he throw the wrestling bars in there too because we all that's coming up. A lot of people don't catch it. It's hard. I know it's hard to be like a rapper like him with like he's so good with words but he's kind of got to dumb it down sometimes. Like to do a song like that is probably fun for him. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't trying to make it a hit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to appeal to nothing. He's just making a fun song. You know what I'm saying? I know that's probably like more fun for him than having to try to bang out a hit where you got to dumb it down for people so they understand exactly what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it.
Yeah, shout out to Wale, man. I'll probably play it another 100 times tomorrow, but shout out to him. So we're going to go to boxing, man. It's a big fight. Again, boxing been on the roll lately.
Hey,
on the roll.
It's not going to stop, though.
I know.
This week, it don't stop. It keeps going. You know what I'm saying? Once it don't stop, they keep going. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be, boxing got it going on right now,
like
man. Yeah, I love it.
So we got Bud Crawford, Terence Bud Crawford, Nebraska's finest. Next to Ike Love.
Going to get Special K, Kell Brook.
Yep.
England.
So what you think about that fight?
This, man.
Yeah.
If you're a casual fan, you probably don't know who Terence Crawford is. You probably don't know a lot about Terence, even though he fights on ESPN a lot because he's top ranked. You probably don't know that he's pound for pound #1 fighter in the world, right?
Right.
Pound for pound fighter in the world. He's probably one of the most exciting guys. You see like Tank Davis and all those. He's one of the most exciting guys because he's probably the most skilled guy out there right now. Yep. But he take risks. He gets hit.
Yeah.
He going for knockouts. He's trying to brawl. But he has the skill to just sit back and just, 1-2 you to death and just box you. He goes for it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get in the scrap. He's going to get stung up a little bit. He's going to fight. So he a dog. So, like, he's a guy you got to tune in and watch. So if you're a casual boxing fan, you got to check him out. But if you don't know who Terence Crawford is, you definitely don't know who Special K, Kell Brook is.
No.
So Kell Brook from England, he has 2 losses. His first loss, so they fighting at 147. He was a 147 guy. He went up to 154, and he fought Triple G.
Yep.
Back when Triple G was a monster. Nobody wanted to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he made a show of it. He was getting at Triple G. You know what I'm saying? But Triple G hit him one of them joints, broke his orbital bone, had to stop the fight. He went back down to the next fight, and he fought everybody's favorite guy in that, Earl Spence.
Right.
Who's another dog. And he fought Earl Spence. nip and tuck fight the whole way through.
Yep.
Broke his pelvis over a bone.
Yep.
Got stopped in the 12th round. So the 2 losses he got is two dogs. Kell Brook is an animal. He big as hell.
Yep.
He's very skilled. He beat Sean Porter.
Yep.
Ohio Spice. He beat Sean Porter.
Yep.
So he ain't no joke. This ain't no easy.
Nah, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna
and this for real. This is Terence Crawford's first real guy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yep. His first
he haven't fought nobody real like at this level at 147 really. So this is gonna be a good test. And I'm a betting man. The odds are so crazy for Terence Crawford. I might have throw 100 on my man Kell Brook.
Yeah. I saw somebody said they had Kell Brook. I forgot what I was on, like I'll be gambling too. So I was on my bookie just doing some little research and somebody had said
the odds are so crazy for Terence Crawford that it's like if you throw like with the Tank Davis fight, I'd throw $100 out there for a draw. Like if I would have won, I would have won like 2,800. Like I'm gonna take that.
Oh yeah.
It was headed that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that's not like $100, that's not a bad like bet to put on Kell Brook. I'm sure I'm gonna win like 1,000 or something like that. So I mean, if you're looking for a sleeper, that's the one because Kell Brook can go. Yeah,
he gotta go for sure. So do you think like with Bud Crawford, you think he outgrowing Top Rank? Is it time to bounce?
I was just watching this interview with Brian Custer, and I was like, he was talking about, you know, his time is actually up. His time is coming up in a couple months. And, you know, the reason he's not getting those fights because all those dudes is in the PBC. Yeah. He named the dudes he wanted to fight. He said Pacquiao, PBC.
Yep.
Earl Spence, PBC. Keith Thurman, PBC. Danny Garcia, PBC. All them dudes is on the other side, bro. Like, you know how easy it would be for him to go over there and all the fights will be made. You know what I'm saying? Immediately. He can fight whoever he wants to fight. But once again, we talking about money.
Yep.
He's the biggest fighter on Top Rank right now. So it's like, is that the smart? You know, if they gonna throw the bag at him,
they're gonna pay him, man.
Well, they throw the bag at him, they can still make the fight. They gotta come up with a compromise. They gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? The fights are there to be made. They just gotta figure it out. But we'll see because, like I said, all them guys on that side. I mean, if you really wanted to make it happen, he can just go on that side and we're really gonna see some fireworks. If you think boxing crazy now, like, all the boys at 27 get to fighting. Yeah. We already got Earl Spence and Danny Garcia. The rest of them boys get to fighting, man. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, boxing, man, holding us down during this quarantine. I guess we ain't on quarantine.
UFC been doing his job too.
It was Spotted Silva. He fought. Was it 2 weeks ago? He took. I hope that's his last fight.
That was last week. Yeah, gotta be his last fight. Yeah, that's his last fight for sure.
Man, that wasn't looking too good for Buddy.
Yeah, he fighting a dude that's
way younger.
He's twice his age. Right. He's one of the best strikers in the world. Uriah Hall, crazy with the striking. Like, it's hard to beat a dude like that, especially at your age. So, hopefully you hate to see your GOATs and your favorites go out like that. You feel what I'm saying? But that's why they keep going, though. They don't want to go out like that.
I know. Like Roy Jones.
But you know what's crazy? Roy Jones won his last 5 fights.
Yeah, that's wild.
You ain't seen him. Nobody's seen him. But he won his last 5, fighting in Russia in different places. He won his last 5 fights. That leaves you satisfied. But if you lose and get knocked out, shit like that, you like, man, I can't go out like this.
Right, and that's just like, that's a part of being, which I know you can relate to, is being a professional athlete, just to being a competitor. Like, I ain't a professional athlete, but if you beat me in tunk or Uno or something, or bass shooting around, whatever, I'm gonna play you until I win. But I gotta win, like. So I
had many card games going to 4 in the morning because I want to get that last dub. Now, you ain't going nowhere. Get your ass back on this table. You know what I'm saying? I had many of those nights. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the competitor. And just imagine if you were one of the greatest at something.
Right.
All you know is just being the best, and you go out especially if you go out to a dude, you know in your mind you're better than this guy, but you just don't have, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go out like that. You don't want to go out like that.
Yeah, man. I got some PTSD with card games. Like, I went to Vegas for the first time. I think I was like 23, 24. And I will always play blackjack. Like, I don't know if you used to go in Cincinnati, like Indiana, the Argosy Casino at the boat.
No,
So
I've never been.
it's like 25 minutes from Cincinnati, but it was like right by my apartment. So I would go all the time, hitting them over the head. So I'm thinking, I'm like this blackjack shark. So I go to Vegas, go to Treasure Island. So I hit for a little bit. I'm like, all right, boom. I started betting out of control. Man, I left there like I thought I was gonna die. I started getting
That's the thing about blackjack, bro. That's why I don't play blackjack, because it's either. So if you play moderately, if you play like regular, so like say the table's 25 and you playing 25 each time, you're gonna get up. Oh, I'm up 100, but you're gonna go down 50. You go up 100. You always gonna stay in the same. You might get up if you play $25 chips, you might get up 350 or something like that. You get high. In order to win, really like this on every game in the casino, you have to bet crazy.
Yeah.
And that's when you get smacked around. You have to bet. Like I seen dudes smack the casino in blackjack. Like I'm talking about smack the casino for hundreds of thousands because they're betting 60,000. Oh, I gotta double down or another 60. Like let me split those. Oh, I got two blackjacks. Like you know what I'm saying? But they betting 60,000.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 120 on one hand. You know what I'm saying? But I also seen 60,000. They smack, and a dealer got 21.
I would have fainted.
Hey, man, I done seen some crazy gambling. I seen one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I ain't gonna put my man under the bus like this. One of the GOATs, man. One of the GOATs. Hey, one of the most beloved basketball players, but like beloved dudes ever, man. We was in Vegas, man. This dude come to the table. He played roulette. He went to the table. He was like, came in, party, bought it for like 50, 60,000 worth of chips. Roulette. You know, roulette, you can, but they don't give you actually. He got $100 chips. Like usually they give you the little bullshit chips, and he got $100. So he taking 100. So he paying 200 on each number he won. But so that make I think 30, if you win
32
number, you win 3,500 or something like that.
Right.
Or maybe 70, or maybe 75, maybe 7, something like that. So he putting his numbers on. I seen him hit. Mind you, so his stats is like his pile of chips is crazy. Seen him hit 7 straight numbers, 7 times straight. So he probably won like 50, 60,000, something crazy like that, right?
Yeah.
Right? Seen him hit. So I walk off. I walk off. I leave. I went upstairs. I probably came down like 2 hours later. Come back to the table. The man got like 3 chips. He had stacks of chips. When I left, the chips was like this.
Mm-hmm.
I came back. That man had one stack of chips like this. I was like, oh man, somebody, hey, come get this man. This much. I was like, oh man, how did that happen? That's man. They ain't building new casinos for no reason.
For real, because you lose it. That's the house always win. So
always, maybe not you, maybe not this time. Maybe
not you. 1 out of 10.
I had a hot streak. In Vegas on the craps. Hot streak. I'm killing Vegas every time I go.
Mm-hmm.
My man 140, but like we killing them.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, probably had maybe one more good time. But the last about 4-5 years, been getting
crack. And I swear, like if you shooting dice like at the house or with the homies, it's different than casino dice.
Oh my God! I'm at the barbershop up here, killing them at the barbershop, taking all their little 1s and 5s up here, killing them.
Right,
man. You get in that casino, first time you don't hit that back wall, man. There's so much stuff that go into craps in the casino, bro.
Yeah.
Especially in like Vegas, because so many novice and people that don't know nothing about it doing stupid stuff like hitting the dice with their hands, putting their money out while you're rolling, doing crazy stuff, stacking the chips on the other ends. You know, if the dice hit the chips, it's a wrap. So they're stacking the chips, doing all kinds of bad table etiquette, and you just. Can I tell you this? Let me tell you this story that just happened. This happened this summer. This recently. I'm playing. So they have this thing called the all talls and smalls, bro. So like it's 175 to 1 if you hit all the numbers before you throw a 7. So I already had like you know what? I needed a 6 and I needed the 9. And I had like $100 on it. So I would have won like 17,000 or something like that. I'm rolling. I'm killing. Rolling. Cooking. Bam, bam, bam. 2 ratchets come out of nowhere. Oh my God! Screaming, come on the table, spill it. First they spilled the drink on the table. Then they yelling at it was a mask. It was during COVID, so they had to have the mask on. They wouldn't put their mask on. So they yelling at the people. Right. Just going, I stopped it. I said, hey, yo, I put my dice down. Take all my stuff off, right? I'm just like, I'm gonna take all my stuff down. I don't want to play my money. I'm just gonna roll, you know, and hopefully I get these 2. I need a 6 and a 9, bro. Yeah. For like probably like 20. I would have won 20 altogether because you get money for the toss. So I'm like, they're like, oh, can I get changed? They're wilding, bro. I'm just sitting there like, I already know what's about to happen. Yeah. So I got the dice stop. I'm like, I'm trying to wait. Then I go, roll. As soon as I roll, 7 out. I would have been sick. I've never been so mad in public in my life. And then I just walked up. I had money still. I probably had some money. I had a bunch of money still because I took my money down. Walk around, and the pit boss runs to me like, next time, James, just tell us you want to clear the table. I'm like, man, no one's gonna tell me that now. Yeah, now. Now you know though. Come on, man. Man. Casino life is, I mean, I enjoy it. I haven't been in a while with COVID, but yeah, like I was out there for a tournament for a little 3-on-3 tournament, so I was already out there. So I was like, and I was going like, so by Detroit, I'm not too far from Detroit, man. I'd be like, hey, if the dealer got some buffs on, I know I'm gonna lose my money. I was like, let me hold my bread, man. He got on buffs. I ain't messing with him. I cranked so many times that MGM in Detroit, man. I've never won there, ever. Never. I've been there like 10 times. Never won a dollar. Got like, that's not even a real table they got in there for the crowd. I ain't never going in there and play. I was thinking about, you know, you can go over the river. Yeah. And in Toronto or whatever and play, or Ontario, I think. Yeah. I mean Windsor. Yeah, I heard it's cool over there. Yeah, I never been there. I've been to the MGM. I leave out that joint every time. I'm like, how did I even come here? Every time, bro. I don't know what it is. we had to get it in on a casino tip. So yeah. So we're gonna go to our segment, the what is he on? We want to be gender inclusive because you know it could be what is she on too, but in this case, what are they on? The Atlanta edition. Man, and you know what's crazy? I just realized when we was talking about this earlier that they're doing that versus coming up. And if y'all don't know, you got Jeezy and T.I. Well, for Jeezy, his isn't crazy, like super crazy. But his what is he on is he wanted to do the verses. Right. And he jumps out there and says he was trying to do the verses with Gucci Mane. Right. Not only to me, I mean, I'm a Jeezy fan. Jeezy can't do too much wrong in my eyes, but most people think if you go on hood songs or hood classic, Gucci Mane might get them. But that's not even the point. No, it ain't nothing about music. You dead ass try to off my man. Exactly. And then think he gonna sit in the same room as you and do something where you both making money together. Exactly. That's crazy. That's nuts right there.
just for him to be that bold to even put it out there.
He really think that's clone Gucci, huh?
Yeah, that's got. Hey, sometimes I do too with the songs come out, but
you think that's really clone Gucci.
Yeah, that's gotta be the clone. That's disrespectful, man. If I'm Google up, I feel a way about that. You know, he can take it there, but just
like what do you think I'm on right now? Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Like, who do you
That's
think
crazy.
I am? Like, you know how I get down. Like, you want me to go tit for tat, song for song with you? Nah, bro.
Like, I could dead ass see him doing a song, like playing Icy just cause doing a song too, and him just smacking him and just ending the whole thing.
Yeah, and Jeezy like 5'6", and Gucci like 6'3", 6'4".
Huh? I never seen Jeezy. I seen Gucci actually was at the Palms with Gucci one time back in the day. But yeah, I never seen Jeezy before. He that little?
He little, bro. I saw him in concert. It was like New Year's, maybe like 2011. We like in Houston, and I'm like, turn like Jeezy come out. I'm like, bro, he looking like Rey Mysterio, like come on, like the Bushwhackers. Like, man, bro, it's small. What you talking about?
That's how all of them be, bro. Like entertainers, you be like,
yeah.
Like, that nigga small as hell, bro. Like he was little like that. It's
like
rare.
I think T.I. taller than Jeezy.
I seen him before. He don't seem like he that little.
Yeah.
But he's a little dude too. You know what I'm saying? Like he a little dude too. But speaking of T.I., what is he on?
The dumbest. He like 0 for 100 in 2020. Like
he been
everything. Like everything he touches, just like why? What are you thinking? What are you doing? But like the most recent incident with the King Von, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, King Von.
Put your nose in somebody's business you don't know nothing about. Like if you a street dude, you should know this tip. Like how is you just? I don't know, man. That's crazy.
I mean, you know what's crazy about that is I was there the night in Cincinnati. I was there. I was at that party.
I was too.
I was at that party. Yeah. So the thing that happened with his man and getting killed, like that's like you can't really speak on stuff like that because that's the type of stuff that happens when you're just involved in stuff. Like you can't say stuff like that when you've been in those type of situations. Like that's crazy to me. Like it's really don't make no sense. And then you being so insensitive, not even thinking about the people's loved ones and the people involved, like all the people that love this man. You're not even thinking about that. You being so insensitive, you just blurting stuff out without even. Come on, bro. Come on. You know better.
And like you said, like you know better. He should know firsthand. Like just to go back on that whole Cincinnati thing, he started acting wild at Bogarts before he even got to the Reds.
I don't even remember. I just remember
like
everybody was like, and Johnny got rushed out, and I was like, "Damn, what's going on?" And then
before he even got to the Reds, he was already acting the fool with Bogarts on by campus. But like, of all people, you should know like it's a code. Like, don't speak on that. Like, and that's sad when 50 got to put you in your place because he's the king of petty and disrespect. So he looking to say something to him though. He's been trying to get to him, and you know what I'm saying. And he's disrespecting New York recently, saying because Busta wanted to go against him in the verses and called the man Melly Mel or something like. Did you hear the Damn, what's my man? What's the DJ name in New York, man? Oh, Flex.
The Flex. Did you hear his when he was going crazy on him?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I ain't never heard Flex go that crazy on somebody. He went crazy on my man. He really got something against him.
Everybody want to smoke with him, bro. Like
he ain't like that. He ain't like that New York. That New York. Yes, he don't like that.
Yeah, like that. New Yorkers, history. They, started it. So it's like you can't disrespect us. Like you can't do that.
All that being said, though, who you got in the verses though?
Jeezy. I got Jeezy. It's gonna be close though.
You know what's crazy? Like, I don't even know why I said that, because the verses is all like your own opinion. Like,
True. Yeah.
Like, it's not even about, like, because there's gonna be so many people that's gonna say T.I. won as soon as he start playing all these commercials. Like, that might appeal to somebody else. Like,
right.
You know, that song might appeal to somebody that if Jeezy plays something like, I don't like that. I don't even know this song. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, Jeezy, when T.I. was talking about going against 50, I was like, there's no way he can be 50. And then I looked up T.I.'s songs, and I was like,
he could beat 50.
He got a lot of commercial joints I forgot about. So
Yeah.
maybe he can battle against 50. But then I was like, for what I like, his commercial stuff versus 50's commercial stuff, it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same. And when he go against Jeezy gonna be all hood classics. So it's just gonna be about what you like.
Yeah, like you said, preference, because Jeezy coming with it. I mean, it's gonna be. It could get ugly, but like, you know, it's all on people's opinion.
It's also song placement.
Yeah.
Did you see the new one? Did you see the new joint they trying to make now?
What? Who? Outkast?
Yeah.
Tribe Called
Quest. Tribe.
Yeah. See, that's gonna be weird to me though. Like,
how?
Like, I don't think that's a good matchup. Like,
it's not, because it's two different types of music. It's two different types. You put in the Dirty South versus like that era, the happy-go-lucky, like, you know what I'm saying, hip-hop era, that era right there. It's kind of, but if we just talking about hits and stuff like that, it's a good, we're talking about groups. I don't know who else you would put against Outkast.
I mean, nobody really. I mean,
like, I like UGK, but UGK you put against like 8-Ball MJG or 3 6 Mafia or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. The Outkast thing, are they doing solo stuff too, or what they doing?
That's what the verses
Dungeon Family stuff, like.
Right, and like Tribe, I think Tribe would have went with like a Roots or De La Soul. I don't know, I just think the Outkast one just don't really fit. But I think it's gonna be entertaining though.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I mean, I'm a fan of both. You know, So we gonna see, man. I think Outkast gonna end up, in the people's opinion, they gonna win because they're more recent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff that you made me almost say De La Soul. That stuff that Tribe got like a following, like they got their fan base, like they have a certain, like they got a lot of white people, like a lot of white people, like Tribe Called Quest, like they got like their core fans. You know what I'm saying? To me, Outkast is more mainstream, especially towards the end. They got those big old hits. You know what I'm saying? So they more like mainstream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Tribe got some stuff though.
Could Outkast? No, Goody Mob. What about Outkast versus Goody Mob? Would that have been better?
Can't do that. First of all, Goody Mob don't have enough.
True.
They don't have enough stuff. So, and then it's like it's the same group. They're in the same. They both Dungeon Family. So it's like they got a lot of some of their best songs. Outkast is on.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Black Ice. Like at least 2 or 3 good Goody Mob songs that they're on. So it's like it's tough. They're the same group. You can't really put them together.
That's true. Yeah. I think the verses. I think now it's like we running out of verses to do.
Yeah.
I mean, in the rap, not like.
Man, there's so many verses that me personally, I like the verses when it was the producers was doing it. Yeah. That's when it was fire to me because you got a lot of people, like it was a lot of mystery to shit, like, oh, he made that?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know he made that. Like I want to see Dark Child versus Brian Michael Cox.
Right.
Like that's the type of stuff I want to see, like real. I want to see like Diddy versus Dre or somebody like that.
I think Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri would be crazy.
Yeah, Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri would be fire. I don't think that's really fair. I don't think that's fair. But Diddy got, I don't know, him and Jermaine Dupri, I don't know.
That'd be crazy. I was salty that Manny Fresh went up against Scott Storch. I didn't think that was a good mix.
It's not a good mix because it's two different levels of it's too she's too diverse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna play something, he gonna play some R&B stuff, and then Manny Fresh gonna have to just say, "Oh, you gonna go to that soft stuff?" You know
yeah, right.
You got to, because Manny Fresh is one. He in this one box, he just making bangers, bumble, and then this dude got bangers, but then he go with left somewhere else with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought Fresh would have been like Fresh versus like Shawty Red or maybe Zaytoven. I think Zaytoven to go or Kell No Limit. Like it's so many people, but the Scott Storch didn't make sense.
I know you love Zaytoven, but he just ain't got enough hits.
Yeah, you're right.
What's Nitty? Nitty would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Nitty would have been crazy. I don't know if he got enough. He do. He had a crazy run though.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man, I gotta think. R&B joints is crazy. Can be crazy too. A good Jodeci versus Boys to Men. Or,
you know what I'm saying? I went with Jodeci, man, all day.
Against Boys to Men?
I mean, I just like them. That's my preference, but you know.
Of course, it's everybody's preference. Yeah, but when we're talking about a battle, no.
I don't think so. KC might have an issue though. He might try to square with Wanye. So I don't know if they would be in the same room. No, I'm joking.
KC, you don't know where he gonna be on, bro.
Exactly. So yeah, man, we appreciate it. Like us, subscribe, tell a friend. Just keep supporting the movement. All the above.
Yes, sir. We out.